Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, back with another Star Wars theory. So today's theory delves into a pretty dark subject and might ruffle a few feathers out there. I'll start by asking the question, what really happened to Tech? In the Bad Batch Season 2 Episode 16, Tech finds himself caught between his squad and his own survival when their mission to Ariadu turns into a poodoo sandwich with a side of Saw Gerrera. Executing Plan 99, Tech nobly sacrifices himself so that the Bad Batch can escape from Tarkin's compound with their lives. Tech then falls out of view into the clouds, never to be seen again. Come on. It's later revealed that Hemlock has acquired Tech's signature goggles, seemingly confirming the death, but all it really confirms is that the Imperials were able to reach and possibly recover Tech's body. Shortly after Tech's death, we are introduced to a new clone shadow agent, CX-2, by all accounts far more capable and competent than the previous CX troopers dispatched to find the Bad Batch. The shadow agent is defeated by Hunter in the final episode and dies without his identity ever being revealed. So here's my theory. What if Shadow Agent CX-2 turned out to be Tech himself? Let's look at the evidence. We know that Imperial forces recovered Tech's goggles, and it's really not much of a stretch to assume that if they were able to recover the goggles, they were most likely able to recover the rest of him as well. We know that the CX troopers were once clones created for the Grand Army of the Republic. However, those belonging to the CX Trooper series were those that were brutally reconditioned by the Advanced Science Division's Dr. Hemlock, having turned these shadow agents into his obedient living weapons ready to be activated at a moment's notice. To that end, it's highly unlikely that the clone under CX-2's Dark Helmet is anyone but one of the Republic Army clones. Shadow Agent CX-2's overall competency and skill set is unlike any of the Imperial era clones that came before from that era. The only people with a comparable level of ability is the Bad Batch themselves. Almost like CX-2 is a Bad Batcher. Specifically, we see CX-2 slicing consoles, using gadgets, using technology beyond the normal scope of clone tactics and equipment. This specialization aligns not only with Tech's skill set, but also his role within the Batch. Another piece of evidence, in my opinion, is the lengths that they've gone to conceal CX-2's identity. CX-2 wears a full face mask and has a vocoder distorting his voice. The question begs to be asked, why go to such lengths to mask and distort this clone's identity if he ends up being a run-of-the-mill CT we've never heard of? One possible theory is that a visual connection is being made between the CX Trooper program and what would eventually become the Death Troopers of the Galactic Empire, establishing the Shadow Agents as a sort of proto-Death Trooper. Tech being the identity behind CX-2 was actually a prominent theory during the airing of the final season of The Bad Batch. But after the events of the finale, people acted like it had somehow been conclusively debunked. The identity of the Shadow Agent was never confirmed, and I don't think that's a coincidence. I believe the writers had originally planned for that to be the final tragic reveal in the story of Tech, but it was ultimately cut from the show, resulting in CX-2's unceremonious and highly mysterious death. So many unanswered questions there. And therein lies my admittedly messed up theory. Tech was retrieved, reconditioned, and recommissioned as the Shadow Agent CX-2. Tech personally led the assault on Pabu, and Hunter ultimately killed him, never realizing that that was what remained of his brother. Yeah, it's a grim ending to his character, and this is definitely one of those theories where there's not really enough evidence to conclusively prove it to be true, but there's not enough evidence to disprove it either. They never took the helmet off, they just left him there. We never got an identity for CX-2. As a big fan of the show, and specifically a big fan of the character of Tech, I would be very upset if this theory turned out to be true, and this is definitely one of the darkest Star Wars theories that I've had. And because we never learned the identity of this Shadow Agent, it's possible the truth will never be known. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this Star Wars theory. Go ahead and let me know in a comment below what you think. Did Tech survive his fall and end up being turned into a Shadow Agent? Do you think the evidence supports this theory? Yes or no? I feel there's compelling evidence that could honestly go either direction on this theory. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews, and stay tuned for more Star Wars theories coming every week right here. I'd love to hear from you guys, so please weigh in and let me know in the comments. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.